What is going on with the Supreme Court? Over the past couple days, I've been seeing a lot of posts about new rulings of the Supreme Court. It seems like they are making a lot of rulings in a very short time frame. Why are they suddenly doing things so quickly? I'm not from America, so I might be missing something. I guess it has something to do with the upcoming presidential election and Trump's lawsuits. Answer: the court is in session from October to June. During this time they take cases, study the issue, listen to hearings, etc., and then issue rulings. The last week of June, with some spillover into July, there are a lot of decisions released, so they appear in the news a lot at this time of year. The latest rulings include, pertinent to the images you linked, Trump versus United States, which ruled that presidents have immunity for things they do in an official capacity, but not absolute immunity. A lot of people fear this gives the president a lot of unchecked power, leading some to wonder if this means a president can order SEAL Team 6 to attack political rivals without consequence. SCOTUS now further punts the issue of this particular case back to the lower courts to determine whether or not Trump was acting in an official or unofficial capacity with regard to these particular charges. In this case, his role in the efforts to overturn the 2020 election on January 6, 2021. Grants Pass versus Johnson, which allows cities to ban homelessness. An overturning of the Chevron deference, so that now federal agencies have much less power to enforce regulations. The 1984 case Chevron v. NRDC found that agencies staffed by experts were better positioned to administer these regulations, instead of letting the courts decide on limitations, i.e., the courts will defer to the agency's wisdom, but this new decision restricts that power, such that Congress, who are often much less informed on the topic than the agencies, has to pass laws more often if someone wants those regulations to exist. Snyder versus United States, which says that only bribes given to public officials before they commit a favor are illegal, but gratuities given after the fact can be okay. And a lot of other things that people are very concerned about. While things about the court have been looking bad for a while, a lot of people have been particularly scared since June 2022, when SCOTUS issued a ruling on Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, which overturned the abortion/privacy protections established by Roe versus Wade back in 1973, now letting states set their own rules. While Justice Thomas's concurring opinion explicitly stated that a lot of fundamental rights found through the courts, such as gay marriage and contraception, should be treated similarly, making people fear that those cases will soon be overturned as well. All this to say, in the last several years, the Supreme Court has been undoing a lot of progress that was made over the last century. This is because of the lifetime appointments of SCOTUS justices from Republican presidents over the last 30 or so years. Many of these decisions were decided by a 6-3 vote, and the justices in favor had been placed by George Bush I, Clarence Thomas, George Bush II, John Roberts, Samuel Alito, and Donald Trump, Neil Gorsuch, Brett Kavanaugh, Amy Coney Barrett. These decisions, and the culture surrounding them, are also arguably a long-term impact of Ronald Reagan's presidency in the 1980s. The other three justices were placed by Democratic Presidents Barack Obama, Sonia Sotomayor, Elena Kagan, and Joe Biden, Ketanji Brown Jackson, and they've been less than ecstatic about the recent decisions. Outside the court, some experts think people are overreacting, while others are much more concerned.